do a warm-up. It's time to do some push-ups, some bench presses, some dumbbells, some pull-ups, because it's going down tonight, man. I got some things I want to say first and foremost. I want to say I thank you for everybody that was a part of the test, audio test yesterday. Thanks for all the feedback. I believe I got it now. Let me put the volumes. Let me see. I want to make sure everything is good. Because some of these games, man, have sound levels on them that are different, that are quite different. So I'm just gonna go in here and do the controls myself. And there we go. I'm gonna save it for right now. But thank y'all. I want to say thank you once again for last night. Really appreciate everything. I'm gonna get going tonight. We're gonna have some fun, and I have some subjects that I want to talk about. I want to first say thank you to the Xbox community, all the love and support y'all been giving to me, to the Twitter team, to the Facebook team, the Mixer team, and the Instagram team. Y'all know who y'all are, and y'all are valuable to me, man. The friendship, the brotherhood is real. But hey, man, I want to get on this subject, and I don't want to waste no more time. So, hey, what's going on with people thinking that because Microsoft is putting their games on another device, that somehow that's going to affect the way, the way they're going to perform for the first party games? When that is like the last thing that's going to happen. Because we all know that when you put your games on another device, that's going to make people not feel like they're caged by being in a certain vicinity. Say if your console was in your bedroom, or let's say your living room, you're not limited being in there, people. That's all Microsoft is doing. They're not like they're taking away your first party privileges. It's not like they're not going to invest in that. I mean, people, we saw the acquisitions that they made. So for people to sit back here and think that, that Microsoft is just going to get away from that, that's insane. That's far from the truth. All this thing is really about is putting Xbox in places that it's never been before. Whether it's tablet, whether it's your computer, whether it's your phone. These things are all going to be operated from an Xbox app. So we already got an Xbox app for what we're doing now, but with the power of this xCloud and this technology that they're coming out with, it's going to be amazing, because it's going to allow people to not just be limited to their bedrooms. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I don't see why people are so confused about that. Everybody else has had other platforms where they were able to put games on in a mobile situation, whether it was Game Boy, DS, to Vita. Microsoft is just saying, hey, they didn't want to invest in that hardware space when people already have hardware space for that. Why don't we just implement the software into their hardware and let them pick and choose where they want to play Xbox at? I mean, that's pretty much it, people. It's not like, they're making anybody do anything outside of what they normally would do. I think it's a good idea, because the more they reach people, their goal is what, 2 billion? They're not going to get there by keeping their base on a console. It's just not going to happen. So if Microsoft's goal is to reach 2 billion people, it has to expand the Xbox brand. I mean, it just has to. And it's going to happen with all the other ones, whether you like it or not. Right now, it's just the pride or the chest is out, and they're really scared on how their customers are going to react, to be honest with you. But it's going to happen because that's where the install base is going to be grown. That's where cloud is going to be invested, and that's where gaming is moving forward to. It's moving forward to the cloud, right? That's the future of gaming. When people didn't think that CDs were going to move anywhere, the MP3s came out, and now you got streaming content. I mean, all over the place. Look at YouTube. YouTube has come about. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. Nobody's thinking about all that hardware in the past. Everybody's thinking now, man. They done moved forward from all of that. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it, man. It's easier on these companies. The technology is way better, and that's what it's all about. There's no confusion in that. I was watching the show about Phil Spencer from Fortune. I think it was really good. I think that was one of the best interviews that I've seen in a long time. But you got to give credit where credit is due. That guy asked some tough questions, but it was real, because I think that Microsoft needs to pay attention to the consumer, the attitude, and the culture of gaming, because I know Microsoft is very, very, very sophisticated. It's a smart company. It's not a company that reacts foolishly. So we get that. But in a sense, Microsoft needs to understand that gaming is a culture. And before there was Xbox, there was gaming. And all the things that were prior to Xbox, it's just part of the culture. There's no sense of getting mad about it now. If somebody came up to me that played on another console and told me that my Xbox is garbage, I'm going to laugh at it. And then as a gamer, what we always done is we're going to talk the capabilities. And I'm going to say, well, why do you think it's garbage? But what you got to understand is, yeah, it may sound like some fanboy stuff, but that's the way we do it, because you know what? At the end of the day, I might have won you a customer. Simply because I know what I'm talking about and I can prove what I'm talking about. You're not going to get upset because I gained you a customer. These are the type of things that goes on in the streets of gaming. It isn't just where we're at today with all this social media where people can type stupid stuff and it gets all out of hand. That's the punk stuff. But in the reality sense, a lot of that doesn't go on. A lot of it is just proving the capabilities, in which that's what a real console war is all about. And having people come over to your house still that may not have it, try it, and they like it. You don't have to have all the consoles in the world to make yourself think or to prove to somebody that you're a gamer. You don't have to have that. That's one thing that I like about Xbox. I got live. I got different avenues to explore my gaming. The community. I got all my back compats that they offered to me. I still got games that come off of Xbox Live Arcade. And it's just fun, man. It's just fun to go back, play some of those games, understand that my controllers are invested. If I want to play on certain controllers, I have it. It's not like it's going to be gone away from me. That's something that's unlike any other console out there. Microsoft brings their experiences to you. The guy made a good point about exclusive content. Microsoft has been slacking tremendously on exclusive content. That's old news. It's true. They need to do a better job at it. Get some games out here that give it that old Xbox feel, man. Have games out here that look different, that play different, and it's just fun factor. Give us something to talk about out here. We used to be able to talk about our experiences, man, and that's what it's all about. If you don't invest in it, then what's the sense, right? Because hey, as much as we like it, as much as we like our games, we can't sit here and ignore that the media isn't as guilty as being negative as fans. We know that fans around the globe, just like the media, get silly. But we hardly ever hear anything about the media. It's always the consumer. And those days need to stop because, hey, be fair across the board. Yeah, I'm not saying that fans don't get out of hand. But hey, when you got us looking at, these articles every single day, being slick talking Xbox, and here we are Xbox fans, we don't want to just sit back and allow that stuff to happen without voicing our opinions on it. I mean, that wouldn't be us. We want to sit there and put something into play. We want to defend it. And I think we have the right to do that. I mean, who doesn't have the right to do that? Especially if it's in a situation where you see this stuff online. You see it. The thing that gets me is that when Phil was being told that, it was kind of as if Phil wanted to play that off. And I get it because, they're in the community, they know people. But the truth is the truth. We gotta call them all out, and then you want to do the interviews with the same people that make fun of your brand. It just doesn't make sense because we get it, but down here in these gaming streets, we don't work like that. We're gonna call it out like we call it out. That's why we got our social media. We got the social media out there. That's why we got our YouTube channels out there, so we can call it out and tell the truth. I see nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, that's always been a part of gaming. Competitiveness has always been a part of gaming. Atari did it with the television. The television did it with Atari. ColecoVision did it with Atari. Hey, Sega did it with Nintendo. So it's not like, hey man, they even made commercials to compete. So we got that being competitiveness is like is a weakness in the gaming streets. It's not. It's very worth commending and very worth acknowledging because, hey, man, without that competitive side, without us consumers pushing you guys to deliver, then you don't get the same results from the competitor. We want to see who can push who the most. I got the Xbox One X. We wouldn't have had that if Microsoft didn't get pushed so much. Wouldn't have had that. The Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 were very, very similar. Very similar. There really wasn't that much difference between those two. And the difference now in this generation is the X. So the X was worth it to me in this generation because it was something that was totally different. It set a bar and it separated itself. Something unique. Something we're talking about. And very competitive on Microsoft's side as well. So that's what we're talking about. And then we had all these capabilities, all these things to address, and it was just fun. Yeah, you're always going to have downsides about things, but hey, man, you got to make it fun. Money is not everything. We, the consumers, understand quality in our brand, and we want exclusive content. We want that because, hey, man, we realize that you can't get it everywhere. So we understand that you want to make gaming possible and around as much as you on many devices as you can. We get that, but we also understand that there's a lot of times where in certain areas that these qualities are not going to be presented. We know that in certain places, those places have certain things that other places won't. HBO has things on it that Showtime doesn't. Showtime has stuff that HBO doesn't. Cinemax has stuff that neither one of those have it, and so forth and so on. But that's to drive the competitor. That's to drive the competition, right? You know, we know these things, so you can't fool the consumer into thinking that the lack of content that you have, that they're just gonna stay content with being able to play their games on any devices. That's not gonna work. You're gonna have to showcase something because we're gamers. At the end of the day, we want to showcase something. That's all it is. Microsoft is poised to do something that no other brand has been able to do, right? With this xCloud, we're going to see some beautiful things pop around. We're not just going to see it on the Xbox. This Azure Cloud is going to be used, man, even on other platforms. And like I've Microsoft is in the business of making other companies better. So it's almost going to be foolish in another year or two where people's going to be bashing Xbox, because the very thing that you used to bash is going to basically be helping the platform that you love. So Microsoft has put all the companies on its back because it can. It literally can. And that's a good thing, man. To help them out. I mean, because that ain't going to do nothing but drive Microsoft even more better with its competitive side. And that's exactly what Microsoft needs. It needs to be driven, because it seems to me like they get bored sometimes. They get bored at their own stuff, man. They need something to be excited about as well. So the thing I think that the Microsoft team needs to understand is that, hey, man, everything isn't so negative on the fan standpoint. A lot of it needs to be accountable across the board with the media as well. I like what they're doing, keeping things quiet when they do. Don't show your hand all the time. They're doing a great job at being able to present the future. Keep talking about it. The interviews with Phil Spencer, things like that. Keep Xbox going. Keep Xbox going. Now we just need to show these games. We got Gears of War 5 coming in another month. I like what they're doing right now with the hype. Road to Gears 5 is awesome. We don't see a lot of we don't see a lot of commercials. We don't see a lot of heavy marketing, but that's okay. Gamescom hasn't happened yet. I'm excited about what they're gonna do at Gamescom. That'll be nice, because then they'll be over there in Germany. Hopefully, hey, to me, I wouldn't mind seeing another studio get bought. But I'm more interested in what games these new development teams are making. That's kind of like where I'm at right now. But I'm good on waiting on it. I know that this stuff takes time. So whenever they do, I'm going to be excited, because I know they bought up some good development teams and great studios to work with. They're no stranger with Microsoft. So I think that the situation for them is going to be real great. Another thing, man, with the numbers, with these sale numbers, look, Microsoft once again is not concerned about hard physical sale numbers, because they're in the position of services, y'all. They don't care about a freaking, because once again, and for the last time, man, these companies barely make money off of consoles. There's no reason to hate Game Pass. There's no reason to hate it. Game Pass is beautiful. Especially Game Pass Ultimate. But Game Pass is beautiful, man. It gives people a chance to play games and own games that they probably never would have even looked at. It gives these developers money in their pockets in ways that they would have struggled. And once they were out there, they wouldn't have been able to continually make that money. I think it's awesome that they can continually make money. But their games just being in Game Pass. Literally just sitting in Game Pass, their games are going to make money. And I think that's awesome, man. I think that's awesome. It's good for these developers. They don't have to worry about things. And as long as these games are coming out, the ID at Xbox as well, program these new developers coming in, because hey, a lot of these older developers are going out. Microsoft is investing in that. They're just busy, man. It's just a lot of things that go into this that it's just not going to happen overnight. I know people are tripping and talking about, hey, Microsoft has been lying since 2013, and why would anybody believe in what they say? Well, just go ask Sony. Sony believes in Microsoft. Go ask Nintendo. Nintendo believes in Microsoft. You don't see Microsoft going to them asking them for anything. You see what you see applying what they need to better their situations. That's what we see. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think the future is bright for Microsoft. I think there's a lot of things that Microsoft is going to change. We got a new, hey, as much as we make fun of it, I'm still excited to see this new interface. I want to see this new dashboard, man. I mean, when y'all think about it, Microsoft has been staying busy ever since the situation with the original Xbox One. I've never seen a company just stay busy like they've been. These guys have been making changes left and right over and over and over and over and over again. I know that Project Scorpio, well, not Project Scorpio, I'm sorry, that Scarlet project is going to be ridiculous. Just like Project Scorpio. So I made up on that. But hey, it's going to be ridiculous, right? My prediction is that it's going to be 4K with 8K abilities, 60 frames per second to 120 frames per second capabilities. This thing is going to be a monster. Finally, we're going to have a console where the CPU and the GPU are going to match perfectly. They're going to be like twins, man. Like Siamese twins, just working side by side with each other, having fun with each other. Because, you know, that's the one thing about the consoles, man. We always had, great graphics with low performance. You know, that's been the curse of consoles. But I think the time has finally come where those days are going to be over, man. And the console gaming is coming back to the forefront. It's going to make a big impact because, see, even these televisions are changing. The consoles help the television sell, and these televisions are putting their frames now in higher frame rates, simply for the gaming community. And I think that's great, man. Bigger screen, faster rates, hey, more colors, more detail. You can't beat that. You can't beat that with a stick. So yeah, man. Because they truly don't understand what's going on. It has taken Microsoft a while to get things right. I'm not here to front on that, but you gotta understand something. When you're pushing for true greatness, it's gonna take a little bit of time. They're not just building games, people. They're building infrastructures. They're building new services. They're acquiring new studios. They're building development teams, man, putting them together. You got people coming from all over the place, pairing up together in which they never would have done before. So you got all these in ways that ain't never been seen before. Man, y'all need to start bugging out there. The day of this and Xbox is coming to an end. I know it hurts. I know y'all don't like to see it, and I know y'all don't even like to hear it. But hey, man, it's gonna happen. I told y'all, there's no way that $1 trillion company is going to allow itself, as powerful as Microsoft, to be at the bottom. It's just not gonna happen. Microsoft is a underdog company. So an underdog company always takes that last second to think. Why do you think Microsoft can make those adjustments like they do? There's no company that's going to bring Microsoft down. Microsoft ain't going to fall from within because Microsoft is a very smart company. And in order for Xbox to be this company that can be able to stand on its own, they're going to have to make moves that put Microsoft in a situation to make Xbox something that's not. That's just basically what they're going to have to do. You know, you got people who just don't believe in it because they did that. You know, they did that. You can't expect the public to take you seriously if you don't have anything out there worth to take serious about. That's just the truth about how consumers operate. You know, when they go to a Ford dealership, they're looking to go buy a Ford. When they go to a Chevy dealership, they're looking to look for a Chevy. They go to an Audi, they go to a Benz, you know. Wherever they go, that's what they're expecting. So people in the Xbox community who've been enjoying these games, we're expecting Xbox games. You know, we understand that Windows 10 PC is our brotherhood. We know that. Windows 10 PC is where we come from. But we're not tripping on that. We're saying all these Xbox games aren't on the Windows 10 PC community, but we still share the same store. There's a lot of things that go into it. But just when it comes to Xbox, man, make it worthwhile, right? Don't just undercut it. And I'm thinking that Microsoft understands that part. I don't think for 1 second they don't understand that. That's why that daggum Scarlet project is gonna be ridiculous, y'all. My word, it's gonna be ridiculous. And I hope because that'll be the day, man, for us. That'll be the day for us, man, to just shine, bro. And just Xbox community. The number one thing about the Xbox community that I like, man, is that they just like to play games, man. They like to play games, and they like that community sense. They like it. We've been rocking with that Xbox Live for what? 18 years, man. 18 years. The community is beautiful on Xbox, man. We're not a perfect community, but it's beautiful. So yeah, guys, that's my take on it, man. You know, there's nothing wrong with putting your game somewhere outside your bedroom. That's all that is. That's all it is. Stop tripping. Stop tripping on it. Stop losing your minds like Microsoft just don't know what they're doing. They're getting everything together. Let's wait and see what happens. They don't have but what till next fall. That's it, y'all. It's not like we're waiting forever. So either they're gonna get their act together, show us something. Y'all show us something. We all know that. Don't pay attention to these articles, man, that are really hating on Xbox, that really shit shine. Stop listening to that, because we all know that's what they're doing. They just don't want to see it shine. That's all it is, man. They rather sit back and watch Microsoft get dissed on because they prefer a console just like we do. So we all need to stop tripping and making it seem like these daggum articles and these people that work within these companies are not biased at times, because they are. They are. That's just the truth. And until we face that, it's going to get the raw end out of it, which is not fair. Nobody wants to speak up on it. So hey, it is what it is, man. Soon, Microsoft games are going to start winning these awards. I'm telling y'all, they're going to start winning these awards. Then what? People are going to start changing the narrative. You're going to see a migration. We get it every single time we start seeing stuff like this. You know, the migration begins. We're used to seeing that migration. But hey, man, it's okay. It's okay to have that migration. But we're not going to take a fool. We're not going to sit up here and listen to a foolish person as well. You did a lot of talking. But now what's up? You know, them days are going to come. And you can't sit back here and play it off and act like you wasn't dissing Xbox. because it's gonna be pretty bad off, man. Pretty soon it ain't even gonna be right to this Xbox. And I can't wait to see the faces, man, and see what they gonna talk about next. So hey, man, that's my outlook on it. That's what I see coming, and it's gonna be a good day, man. Microsoft, stay focused, keep the Xbox up, pay attention to your consumers, get into the streets a little bit, understand what's going on. It's not always just some people talking off their heads or bashing other consoles. There's a method to the madness. Take some time to figure that out, just like you want us to take some time, let y'all do what y'all doing. But at the same time, deliver good stuff. Put that brand on that Xbox, man, and make it shine. When people say Xbox, man, let it speak for itself, you know? That's what I'm waiting on, because there was a time where Xbox, man, had them games, and it was just a beautiful place to be. We get back to that, you know? It's not like it's a lost cause. We're gonna get back to that. You guys, I appreciate y'all tonight. I'm thankful for everybody being patient with me, and that's my take on it. You guys keep it 100, keep it real, keep it trill. Hey man, if you like what we're about over here on Di-RREC Gaming, please subscribe to the channel. Hey, put a like, put a dislike, leave some comments below, man. We are always in these streets to do some discussions, have some debates, and just talk, man. We're all ready for that over here in Di-RREC Gaming. So hey man, if you like what we're about, like I said, we're positive. We're about the Xbox community and what it brings to the table. We get along with anybody that comes in here, whether you're on another platform or not, as long as you can respect what the next man is saying. I will allow deep conversations. But things get out of hand, hey man, I'm going to give out the warnings. You don't listen, then I'm going to have to kick you out, you know. We're civilized here. So, hope you guys had a great day today. If you're on the seas, have a good night. And if you're somewhere in the middle, hey man, how you doing? Good afternoon. But this has been the New Legal. And then we're going to keep bringing y'all this content. I want to keep bringing y'all this real. Till next time, guys, I appreciate y'all. This has been Di-RREC Gaming.